So what is homemaking exactly? By definition, homemaking means the creation and management of a home, especially as a pleasant place to live. I feel like people hear homemaking and think of a woman in a great big house with a great big yard full of cows and chickens and a basement full of homegrown canned food. And while that would be amazing, it doesn't mean that without it you cannot be a homemaker for your family. Homemaking is someone who manages a household by cooking, cleaning, and taking care of the kids. While we may not have a house or own the home we live in, and while it might be small and void of a yard, it does not stop me from tending to my family in these ways. My husband is the main financial supporter for us, and while I work on call a few times a month or less, I take on most of the household chores. Since I'm able to wake up and stay home with the kids, I always make sure there's a warm dinner to eat and that my husband has food to take to work, that our home is clean and organized, and that there are groceries and supplies stocked. I make his lunch for work in the morning, and I pack the kids and I snacks. Since we have 4 children in which we homeschool, there's just no way I could do everything myself, so my husband often takes care of washing the laundry on the weekends while I fold it, put it away, and he helps me pick up groceries when I can't, takes care of things like taking out the trash and filling the water jugs. We in no way make enough money to even be considered average in California, so this is the best we could do right now. Homeschooling 4 kids in an apartment is definitely a challenge, but I try to be as creative as possible to make enough space. For example, this closet here is where we store most of our art supplies or science experiments, hands-on STEM learning kits, things like that. So I just organized this recently. It was pretty bad before. We have boxes in here of, like I said, science kits with all kinds of experiments, bacteria kits. I have latch hooks, sewing. In here we have supplies that we need every day, like scissors, tape, glues. My kids like to save bottles and toilet paper rolls for crafts. In here I have some more geography curriculum that we can use, and puzzles, extra notebooks, or extra curriculum when we want to switch it out. Over here I have some more creative books that they can use for baking, or we'll have a different one each week. I have some things in here like memory matching games, some sentence building kits. I have a whole bucket of flashcards or just card games in general that they can play and choose from. Down here we have some paper for just drawing. We have colored paper for crafts. My kids are constantly just going in there and making things on their own. This one is full of tape, staples, paper clips, erasers, glue sticks, and then under that I have some stuff for my toddler that she likes to come in here and grab, like stickers or water painting. And then we have extra notebooks, extra supplies. Next to that I have a filing kit that I found for free on Facebook Marketplace. Right here is a whole bunch of art supplies that we also have for the kids to use, and then under that is the filing cabinet, and in here I just stored a bunch of more of our markers, our colored pencils, gel pens, wood crafts, painting kits, just lots of creative things for the kids to grab or use for their projects and their homework. And all of these were mostly purchased from our charter. So in order to afford the supplies needed, we use a charter school, which is basically just like an assistance to your homeschool. Each child is allotted a certain amount of funds per year, which can be used on things like these, or books, curriculum, art supplies, field trip tickets, museum tickets, outside classes like gymnastics, zoo tickets, or things that will support their education. Over here is where I usually keep their daily homework. I keep their binders, their notebooks, or whatever they're working on the next morning, their writing books, and they know where to just grab it. If there's something that I keep out that they have to get done, this is where they come and grab it. I also have, I like to mess with my cat. I also have another shelf over here for my toddler that is reachable for her. She has her blocks. She has her little busy books, things that she can work on while my older kids are doing their homework. So we have stamps, we have crayons. I have a big kit next to that where you could just build towers or tents. There's some math supplies and math puzzles, some more water painting, bubbles, a little castle kit. I have more library books and some more little things that she can grab to do. When you homeschool, your home is really just a classroom, so we have maps and whiteboards and stuff all over the house, and we're both content with that. Being a part of the charter school has been a massive help for us because we would not be able to afford half of these things otherwise. So it just can become so easy to feel resentment towards our situation when we see so many others that seem to just have it so much more together. But the Lord is faithful, and I know He has us where He wants us in this moment in time. We have a roof over our heads, we have warm beds to sleep in at night, delicious food to eat on our tables, and so many opportunities to explore and learn together. Homeschooling can just become very dull and dry if you're inside an apartment every day, so we take every opportunity to get outside, whether that means signing up for lots of field trips, visiting all the museums, the libraries, taking our work to the parks or lakes or beaches, hiking, or even taking our lessons to real life scenarios like the grocery store. So don't be discouraged by so many influencers that have a different life and make it seem like you need to make a certain amount to be a traditional homemaking, homeschooling family. There's just so many different ways to do things and so many opportunities. You just have to know where to look and how to get your mind and heart in the right place. If you're interested in learning more about the charter school, I'd be happy to share. Just let me know in the comments. Basically, we are the sole teachers for our kids, but we do get assigned basically a homeschool teacher for the parents. So that person is there to answer questions for you or give you advice or help you pick out curriculum. You meet with them once a month, whether it's in person or on Zoom, and they talk to the kids, see how they're doing or what they're working on, what they find difficult or what they may need assistance with. And then for us, I only have elementary school age kids so far. So for elementary school, you turn in one assignment per month on one subject. So for example, this month was writing. So I would turn in one writing assignment per kid. And then next month is science. So I'd turn in one science assignment per kid. Now, the reason we homeschool, well, there's countless reasons that we homeschool and don't use a public school anymore because we did in the past. But a huge one is that we want our learning to be based around the biblical truth and our faith in God. So the only thing about a charter school is it is public, so you can't turn things in that are faith-based, which is okay because we can easily do assignments in math or writing or science or whatever and turn those in that don't have anything to do with the Bible. And then you can do your Bible studies on your own. You don't need to show the teacher. And while our teacher is well aware of the way we do things, we just turn in things that are approvable with the charter school. And then we do use the charter also so that my kids can take classes such as my daughter does gymnastics and my sons do a PE class every week where they try a new sport. We're also part of a co-op, and my kids do an outdoor farm type school where they learn for 3 hours outside about pretty much everything, just using the outdoors. So we really are rarely home, and we get a lot of outside time and socialization, but the charter school, again, has been a huge help because we just financially are not that well off, especially right now with one income. So if you have more questions, I'd be happy to help you with that. And as for homemaking, we just like to do things, like I said, biblically, and we serve the Lord, and I serve my family and my husband, and I love to take care of them and cook for them. Just make sure our home is cozy and clean. While I can't make everything homemade, we do our best to make homemade foods and homemade snacks as much as possible. We don't have a backyard, but we have a tiny garden outside where we try to grow and learn to grow some foods. And then we just go day by day, and that's really all you can do. So no matter what situation you're in, just try to make the best of it. And if that's what you want to do for your family, you can always make it work. You don't have to be rich and you don't have to have all the answers. You just figure it out together, just like homeschooling. The parents learn with the kids. We learn together. And that's just something that we've loved and have grown to really enjoy. And we learn more every single day. So if you guys have any questions or comments, I'm happy to hear them. Just leave it in the comment section, and I hope you enjoyed.